Okay, I trusted Jimmy to do the questions this week. Big mistake.
No, they were good questions, were they not?
Yeah, they really make you think. I looked at them really quick and then I walked away because I thought I just want to be spontaneous with it.
I did the same
I'm
thing.
not going to cheat like Kim.
I'm not. I was gonna say
Like
I didn't.
him.
I came up with the questions and just out of my mind. I haven't even answered these yet. No paper anywhere.
Which is a scary thought that things could escape his mind that quickly.
You'd be surprised when it can escape my mind quickly.
But I'm going to tag Valerie Reese and Sue Slims Down. Sue, you haven't done some videos in a while as far as a tag video. So I'm going to do Sue Slims Down and Valerie Reese. Okay, get to know us better. You're going to see the diabolical mind that Jimmy has.
Exactly.
Number 1, you are sailing away to a deserted island. What 3 things do you take with you?
I take Samantha, all my golf stuff, and a complete bathroom because she will not go anywhere where there's that. So there has to be a shower, tub,
Well, that would be you too.
toilet. I could go in the water. I ain't worried about it.
No. When we went to Disney World, we had to plan the whole trip around when he could go home and go
That's
to the
true.
bathroom.
That's true. We did.
If I'm sailing away, I'm bringing my whole family with me because I'm just not going to bring one person. I'm going to bring my whole family.
Well, I guess I made the question. I didn't say how long you were on the deserted island, I guess. So,
No. I'm going to bring my family. Then I'm going to bring all of my books because my family can only entertain me for so long.
1 hour.
And then I'm going to bring my comfy lounge chair that can roll back to a bed. When we used to go to the cottage, we call them the click chairs
I don't even know.
because
What
they were
they're
like
called.
a vinyl.
The tubing that
Yeah,
webs.
and then like they're folded, and then the legs folded underneath, and then you could carry it. It was like,
But it did the little ratchet.
yeah, it went. So we just called it the click chair, and that's what my kids slept on.
Yeah.
You're a kid.
And you wonder why I don't go back up north.
Well, I slept on the couch.
I'll take the couch over the click chair.
Well, when my kids were babies, though, you had your bed from home. The first thing we always packed
Was the crib. Yes.
We didn't care about anything else. We packed the crib. Well, once the crib was packed, then we worked around it.
Yes.
We always did.
We did.
Because my babies were going to sleep because if the babies don't sleep, mama don't sleep.
That's
and
true.
if mama don't sleep, she's mad. So
Exactly.
we always did that. So those are the 3 things I would bring. Number 2, what did you do today that made you think hard?
So today, I'm building, shocking I know, it's a golf universe. Or no, not golf universe, it's next to golf universe. A hockey world. So there's this big intricate entrance that you have to build. And it's all like heavy gauge metal and they're all like 40-foot studs. So I had to think hard because they're special order studs. So like these studs are like $320 a piece and we have the exact amount. So like when I'm looking at the print and the guys that are building it, I have to tell them, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, because it's all spread out everywhere. Like don't cut that, cut this. So that would be the hardest thing I did today.
What's the hardest thing I did today? What did you do today that made you think hard? I didn't think hard about anything.
Well, you sat in this air conditioned all day. What do you
See,
got
I
to
don't
think
like
about?
it. I don't like the air conditioning. No, I was outside planting my flowers. I guess the thing
that ate up in a half hour.
No, about 45 minutes. Well, I guess the only thing I could think hard of is, and I didn't really think that hard, is what kind of flowers I wanted to buy.
That's still a hard decision.
So that would be, which is nothing, really. Number 3, list 5. Five
Did
random.
I write 5?
You wrote 5. 5 random facts about yourself.
I think I meant to write 3, but 5 random facts.
See, most people know
Fact number 1, I was in a commercial.
Yes, he was. Perhaps of pure water.
And Hefty Bag.
And Hefty Bags, that's right, I forgot.
Boom.
He had to carry the bags.
I had to carry the bags on, so I was a movie star.
Yeah, he was a movie star.
That's 1 random fact.
Okay, one random fact about me, because we'll do it this way then.
Okay.
Because I'll forget otherwise. I was on Make It and Take It on TV. I was on TV on the Make It and Take It bowling show. And you had to go on there and you had
No,
to...
that was Bowling for Dollars you were on.
No, I wasn't on Bowling for Dollars. I was Make It and Take It.
Oh, okay.
Bowling for Dollars was a different one. I tried to get on Bowling for Dollars, but I didn't qualify.
Gotcha.
But Make It and Take It, it was over at Timber Lanes, which was over at 12 and Gratiot. It was a very small little bowling alley, and they filmed it, and it was played on Sundays. And I could have won a beanbag chair. Was the prize I could have won, but I didn't. I said I was going to get 9, and I got 8. So I walked away with a case of Better Made potato chips and a case of Town Club Pop, which is like cheap pop.
Yeah.
And I was on TV. Okay.
Okay, another random fact. Most people already know this, but my mother put me in the emergency room by slamming my head into something.
I never slammed his head into anything.
No, she didn't slam it. But I gotta say that every time I
I
saw
know.
this.
My second fact would be that I got, it wasn't expelled, I think it was suspended because it was it was supposed to be for a week. But my mother went over there and caused holy hell because I suffered from convulsions. I started having them when I was about 11, and I can always tell when one is coming on. Yeah, I haven't had a convulsion since Jimmy was born. When Jimmy was being born, I started to have a convulsion, and the nurse was in there, and I said, I'm not feeling well. I'm going to have a convulsion, and she said, no, it's just the stuff they're giving you to sedate you and keep you. And I go, no, I'm going to have a convulsion. I'm telling you, be ready. She says, oh, you'll be fine. And then I had my convulsion, and when I woke up, she wasn't in there anymore because Jim said, get her out of here. I don't want to take care of my wife, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I could feel one coming on in school, and I raised my hand to ask if I could be excused. And the teacher said no. And I said, I have to go. And she said, you're not going. And I said, watch. And I got up and walked to the bathroom, which was across the hall, and I had the convulsion in the bathroom. And then when I came to, I, composed myself. I went back to the class, and she said, you go back to the office. And so they suspended me. So when I walked home and told my mother, she said, oh, we're going right back. And so we went right back to the school, and she's going back in class because I didn't want anybody to see me because it's not a pretty sight. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody have one. It's not a pretty sight. So that would be a second fact about me.
Okay, so third fact. I would say, believe it or not, as much of a smart aleck that I am, and as much as I say I don't give a crap, I do care. So if I see that you're in need, I will help you.
Well, that's a good fact to have that. Okay, third.
But I gotta know you're telling it. I gotta read you. I gotta know you're telling the truth and not trying to pull one over. But yeah.
Oh, let's see, a third fact. Oh, when I used to go with Barb and Bertie, which is Jim's sisters, with his parents. When Jim was in the service, we would go up to Algonac and go camping. And then Jim's mom would make sure that we were in the tent at night, because we had to be home by 11 o'clock.
Yep.
And so we would sneak out of the tent after 11 o'clock when we see the trailer lights go off. This is Jim's parents slept in the trailer, and we slept in there. And we would go to Canada. We would take the ferry over to Canada. And then we came back, and then one day we decided we were going to play a trick on one of the people that we were friends with at the campsite. And we went to pull the plug, but we pulled the wrong plug, and we took out the power for the whole section of the campground. And we ran back to the tent. That'd be a third random fact about me.
4.
This is getting hard.
It is. Pick this.
Yeah. 4.
I'm funny.
Well, that goes without saying.
it's a random fact. I mean,
I guess. Fourth fact about me. Well, I think we are funny. A fourth fact about me is I am one of those people, which Jimmy is the same one. I would say that, I think all my kids are. I am never going to be the one that gets home and says, oh, geez, I wish I would have said that. Because I'm really quick. No, I am really quick with the comebacks. I'm really, really quick.
Yes.
And that's not always good.
It is not always good.
Because sometimes you come home and you say, geez, I wish I wouldn't have said that.
Right.
But I am never going to come home from an argument or anything like that with anybody and say, geez, I should have said this. I should have said that. No, I know exactly what I'm going to say.
I've had people at work.
Because we're pretty quick.
Because we're quick. And they're like, I just want to try it out. And then they would just say random things. And I would right back, and they're like, "How do you do that?" I'm
It's-
like, "I can't explain it. It just
Yeah, it
happens.
just happens.
It's like I can't explain it."
Was that 3 or 4? Hopefully it was 4.
It was 4.
Oh, thank
So we got
goodness.
one more.
One more.
What was the other one?
Mine was I never left my house alone. People know this, have been watching my channel for a while.
No, you never did that.
I never left my house alone. When Jimmy was a baby, I would pack up everything, and Jim would bring me to my mother's house in the morning on his way to work, and we would stay there all day. And if my mother had to go somewhere, we went. We packed up Jimmy, and we went where we were going to go. And then he would come home, we'd have dinner with my parents, and then we'd go home and rinse, repeat, do it again. Rinse, repeat, do it again. And I did that for years. Well, Jimmy was born in 72. It was until we moved into our other house in 86, so it was 14 years. And then when we were moving to where we moved in Clinton Township, which was about 15 or 20 minutes away, Jim said, "I'm not doing that anymore. You're going to have to learn to stay home alone." And it was really hard for me. It was really, and I was watching Phil Donahue. Do your Phil Donahue. Everybody loved your Phil Donahue impression. I was watching Phil Donahue, and there were people on there talking about how they were afraid to leave their house and how they couldn't do it. And I kind of overcame it at that point. I had a lot of prayer, deep in prayer, because I'm very strong in my faith. So I did a lot of deep prayer. And the very first time I did anything on my own, completely by myself, because we moved in the house in May, and in September, for some reason the plates were in my name on the car. I don't know why, but the plates. Jim had drove to work on expired plates, and so I said I would walk up to the Secretary of State to get the plates, and it was probably what you think about 3 miles, maybe 3.
No, about 2 miles.
Yeah, it was a little ways. I got halfway there and it started raining, and I started having a panic attack, and I thought, no, just delve on. And so I went, and then when I got there, I saw the sign at Montgomery Ward's. They were looking for help for Christmas, and I knew I needed some money, and so I got my job at Montgomery Ward's, and I think that kind of helped me out because I had to go to work every day. I had to
Right.
leave the house. So that's a 5th fact about me.
Did I already do my 5th fact?
No, you didn't do your 5th fact.
I didn't do my 5th
No.
fact? I had one just now, but you were too long-winded on your last one.
No. That describes me to it. That's the 6th fact about me. I just ramble on.
What was it?
About going to the house every day.
No.
You want to come back to it?
No. Okay, I got one.
It's not the
Skippy.
one. Yeah, my nephew.
Okay. I don't know if you remember this. I know Grandma would remember this if she was here. But we decided to get on the big inner tubes and go in the lake. So, you
I
know.
remember this.
And so then we went out a little farther. Grandma was like, "Oh, okay, that's far enough." And then we looked behind us and we're like, "Look at that freighter. Wouldn't that be cool to like swim out by the freighter?" Skippy's like, "All right." So we looked, and Grandma was, doing her. She used to like do the little. She used to have the little aluminum foil. So she was just sitting there sunbathing, and we're like made a run for it. Well, then we went out so far, obviously by the freighters as far. We turned around and we couldn't see land, and I was like, "Oh, we're in trouble." And so then we were like carefully like, "Okay, which way did we move? Because we don't want to start swimming to Canada."
Right.
So we're like, so we turned around, and I'll tell you what, when we got into view, you could see how mad she was. And when she was up to her neck, I remember that, because we were paddling in, and she wasn't waiting for the shore. She come, grabbed both of us by the hair, and was dragging us. And that was a whooping that day.
Yes, that's back when you could spank your children.
Yes.
There's a difference between beating your children and spanking.
Oh no, we got
your
beat. We got beat.
children. I don't know that you got beat.
Oh no, we got beat for that one. Justifiably. I'm not going to argue with that one.
We're only on number 4. Oh my gosh. Number 4. Can you describe 2 strengths? I think that my ability to be supportive of people is a strength. And
I think I actually have one of them is actually the same as Mr. Smooth.
Oh,
It's
really?
like, just go and get what you want.
Yeah, that's true.
I've always been that way.
Yeah. As many jobs as
As
he's
many
had.
jobs, I'll find the one that works, but
Yeah.
I
It took him a
went.
while, but he found one.
I found it.
My second strength would be, I just think I'm a nice person. And I think I'm funny.
Yeah, I would say I'm help. I will help.
Yeah. We got to make sure we answer all the questions. For some reason, we get rattling on and we miss questions.
No.
Yeah. Number 5. Describe 2 weaknesses and how you can make them your strengths. Well, my first weakness is I'm very critical.
Same.
I could be a little bit more. What's the word? See, critical is the word that describes me better. Compassionate. I could be more compassionate.
I'm not as trusting. Like, I don't, like, to people I know I trust,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But just a random, it's like, I'm not gonna, like, I immediately, like, if someone says, hey, you know, I need help with this, instead of just going, all right, let me go help you, I gotta be like, well, wait a minute. Is he gonna try and mug me first, or is he gonna try and I got all this stuff going through my head. Like, I gotta feel it out first. I guess I could just, hey, I need help. All right, what do you need?
Yeah.
But it's just not in me to do that.
My other one is patience. I just don't have any patience.
I have none of that.
I have no patience.
No. Those would be my 2.
Yeah, those would be my. Number 6, name someone who influenced you and why.
This one's an easy one.
Well, that's nice to hear.
It is. There are so many times when, not so many, but a lot, like where I wasn't giving up, but it was like, all right, I had enough of this. I'm done. I'm not going to try it. And you would, no, we're not giving up. This is what you do.
No.
You're going to keep going for it. And then there were, I know that was for your sanity now that I'm thinking back, but it was like, okay, it's time to go to camp. No, I'm not going to camp. I'm not a camp guy. And you were like,
Boy Scout camp.
yeah, and you wrote me this big old letter why, you know, it's okay to go to camp, and I'm proud of you, and all this other, you know, bullcrap to get me out of the house so you can have vacation.
I needed the time away. I needed him to go away for just like 2 nights, like for the weekend. Sometimes you just needed that. You just needed it.
But yeah, you would never let me give up. So
No. I would think my mother influenced me to be a good grandma. Like I said, I had a grandma. Like, I don't mean like I didn't have a grandma, but I didn't have a grandma. My grandmas were like in name only.
Right.
So I think that my mom influenced me to be a good mom and a good. And as far as like, just as doing well in school would be Mrs. DeMarco. She was my favorite teacher. She taught history, and she always took care of me. And when our house burnt down, and I would come back, and I was just like kind of really out of place, kind of, you know, scared and everything, she really took me under her wing. So that would be the 2 people.
That was good.
What is your favorite part of your personality?
My sense of humor.
My sense of humor too.
Yes.
I think that is. And the fact that we'll do anything for anybody.
And I'm the same way as Kim and Mr. Smooth. I'll laugh at the dumbest thing.
Yeah,
For
our whole
hours.
family.
Yeah,
Our
it
whole
could
family.
be something like where same thing they said.
Yeah.
It could be, what are they laughing at? And we'll be crying.
I know, because we'll be like Gary, we call him Mr. Gary, Denise's husband. When they come for family dinner, which now we can start having again, which is
Yes.
nice. But we'll just start like on a roll about something, laughing and that, and he'll just sit there like kind of uncomfortable because we're laughing at you. We're not,
Right.
we're not laughing with you. I mean,
Exactly.
well, we are laughing with you.
Yes.
But at the first beginning, we're laughing at you.
Yes, that's true.
And then you have no choice but to laugh with us.
Exactly. Just
We're gonna-
get used to it.
But it's just, I can't think what it was it was just last week or the week before when Danny said something and then Christy started. I thought Christy was going to pee her pants, and then you started. Go, what'd you say? And then you saw it, and we all started laughing, and then Gary's just sitting there like,
What was it?
No. What was that? It was something really fun. It really was funny. It really was. I don't even know. It was a birthday. It was a birthday dinner.
Was it Mary eating the cake or getting all the
Oh,
cake?
yeah.
That's what it was. Mary's a diabetic.
And so she said she wanted to bring 3 cupcakes home for Don.
And I'm like, really? 3 cupcakes for Don? Don's going to eat 3 cupcakes?
Plus she brought a couple brownies too.
I'm like, I want video of that.
Yeah. So that started us on. So that's just what we do. How would your best friend describe you? Mine would say loyal and would do anything for you. I would do anything for anybody. I have friends that I've lent money
Anybody?
to. My friend, my best
Okay,
friend.
yeah, but not anybody. Just
Well,
your friends.
I would do
And certain people.
I do a lot of like, I'll go to the drive-thru and I'll pay for the card behind me. I do that a lot.
Nah, I don't do that. No.
I do that a lot.
No.
But I'll preface it by saying, I'll always say, how much is the order by?
Yeah,
before I do it. Because if it's like a ginormous thing, no, I don't do it. But if it's under $15, I'll do it. Over $15, if it's 1501, you pay for your own.
It's been a while, obviously, since everything's been shut down. But I will buy, like, if I see someone from the military, I will buy their food.
Yeah.
Even if it's at dinner. Like, we've
Right.
gone to dinner and had a nice meal, and I've paid
Well,
for their dinner.
I know when I worked at Eastland, there was a guy that always would hold a sign up there that said would work for food. And if I stopped in the morning to get like a breakfast sandwich, I'd always buy him.
Right.
But then I would always think, did he really eat it? Because would you really trust somebody giving you food at the side of the road?
If he was serious, I would think you have no choice.
I guess. But I would do that I didn't do it every day, but every once in a while I would do that.
Did I answer that?
Yeah, well, what would your best friend describe you as?
Did I answer that?
A smart ass.
Definitely a smart ass. Yeah, and funny.
Yeah.
Life of the party.
Well, we are. Not to brag, but
No.
I think we are pretty fun. Number 9, what is your favorite thing to treat yourself?
So many.
I love buying shoes. I bought a pair of shoes yesterday. I love buying shoes. I love buying clocks or watches. I love my turtle cake. But
strawberry shortcake ice cream bars.
See, he doesn't know we have some of those in the freezer.
What? No, I'm not doing it.
Yes, we have good humor. Strawberry shortcake.
Yes, yes. They make one
Those
now
are your
because
dad's.
they sold the ice cream store in town,
Yeah.
and someone else took it
I
over.
looked at it. I was gonna say it looked open when we went by the other
No,
day.
it's open, but somebody else took it over, and they made this like a dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have this strawberry shortcake. It's this big. It's like, remember the big old
Yeah.
Saunders things? It's in a cup like that.
Oh, mine is just an ice cream bar.
No, wait for it.
Oh, okay.
And it's got vanilla strawberry. It's made like a strawberry sundae with all the peanuts and the
Okay.
cherries and all that. And then they take a whole strawberry shortcake thing and go
Oh, my
stick it in, and then whipped cream around that and do the sundae again on top of it.
Oh, how much does that thing cost?
$6.
That's not bad.
I'm like looking at this like, oh, I gotta get that. I'm like, I can't get it though, because if I get that, I'll be walking up there every day.
And number 10, when do you feel the most confident?
It's gonna sound like I'm bragging, but I feel the most confident. If I set out, if I'm doing something, like, okay, I gotta do this, I'm
Yeah.
confident. I never start anything like if I have to do something I don't know how to do, I'll research it, I'll look it up. But when I go to do it, I'm gonna be like, all right, I got this.
I feel the most confident when I'm making family dinners because I have everything timed to perfection.
You do have it timed to perfection.
Everything is hot when you sit down. There's nothing that's been sitting there.
I honestly
getting
don't know
cold.
how you do that, because there's a lot of food.
There's a lot of food. Yeah, there is a lot of food. But everything, especially Thanksgiving, I really kind of go overboard on Thanksgiving.
Unless certain uncles come over for spaghetti dinner. Then
Yeah. Jim's brother,
then
brother
some
Uncle
people
Tom came over and he loaded it, but he ate it all.
he better up, because I was gonna call him out if he didn't.
I don't know how Tom.
I always eat last. Like
I eat last.
Well, me and you eat
Yeah,
last.
we eat last.
We wait for the whole herd to clear
Yeah,
out, and
yeah.
then we go make our plate in peace.
Yeah.
So we were having spaghetti, and there's spaghetti and mustacholi. Well, I'm not really a fan of mustacholi. I'll eat it, but
Yeah.
if there's two, I'm gonna have the spaghetti.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, whatever. So I went in and I looked at the bowl, and Mom was across from me, and I looked up like, where the hell's all this spaghetti? There's only 8 of us.
I make like 3 pounds
Yeah,
of
I'm
spaghetti.
like, there's
noodles.
only like 10 of us. There were 10 of us. Where's all the spaghetti at? I'm like, oh, whatever. And I look over the mustacholi, and I'm like, go ahead, make your plate. And she's like, no, you have yours, because there's like, what, 20 noodles
Yeah,
there?
there wasn't that many
And so
left.
I'm like, okay, let's split it. So we got this little thing, and we both sit down, and I'm looking around the table like, who am I going to murder? And then I see him, and he's got just mounds.
I don't know. It was like he had like 2 pounds of spaghetti.
And I'm like, just eyeballing him.
Plus
Like,
he had mustacholi too.
yeah, that's what I was like.
It
You
was
better
like-
eat all that, or I'm
I
going to come unglued.
I couldn't believe it. I like to, like my family always gets mad. On my birthdays, they make me eat first because it's my birthday.
Yes.
But I just think that if there's leftovers, I'll eat it. If not, I'm not worried. I cook for other people. I don't cook for myself. I just don't. It's just. But when my brother-in-law Bruce died, we had the party here. No, the wake.
Yeah.
It's a party, but
Yeah.
like the wake here. And we didn't think that he was as popular as he was.
Oh, there
Oh
were
my
a lot
gosh.
of people.
I was afraid. There were so many people in my house. Honest to God, I was afraid that the floor was going to cave in.
Yeah.
There was so many people. It was like you were like this through the whole house. And I have a pretty good house. My size, my was 1,800 square feet.
Yeah.
I have a pretty big house. And
Yeah, I
we didn't-
remember
we
going
didn't
outside.
plan. Yeah, we didn't plan that many people, so we didn't have that much food. And so I kept going up to my family, get out of the line. And they go, well, I'm going to make my plate. No, you're not. Get out of the line.
Yeah.
So we didn't eat.
Nope.
None of us ate. There was like 20 of us that we didn't eat.
Yep.
And there was not one, like a
No,
celery.
there wasn't even like a piece of corn left.
There was nothing. But everybody got to eat. And then when we got all done and everybody left, they go, well, what are we going to eat now? Well, we're going to get a pizza. Because we're hungry.
Exactly.
But no.
We weren't even allowed to eat the snacks. Get away from that.
Yeah, no. There's too many people
That's
here.
what you have 2 pretzels. What are you doing?
What are you doing? This is for the. And they kept saying, well, I'm hungry. You'll eat later. You're not eating now. Guests eat first.
That's true.
But anyway, okay. Let's see if we're gonna let Jimmy do this again. But anyway, we did the video today. I should have said it at the beginning. Is Tracy over at Trials of a Long Hair Girl usually does the videos, but she's recovering from rotator cuff surgery. And so Joan at Joan's Point and Plate, Kim at Kim, a girl on her phone, and me and Jimmy from Let's Get Fit with Sandy, we do the tags till Tracy's getting better. Tracy, this is getting hard. Especially
I found it no problem.
yeah, so, but once again, I'm tagging Valerie Reese and Sue Slims Down. And Kim, it's your turn next week.
Yeah.
Don't contact Jimmy. Do not
I can
call.
do some questions for you. Just
Don't
Just-
give him
yeah,
your
come on.
email. Don't give him your phone
come on.
number. Don't
Just
give him your
message me.
text.
I'll give you some
None of
questions.
that stuff. Don't give it to him. Please don't, because this was hard. But anyway, and if you're new to our channel, please subscribe,
like
comment.
and share.
We'll see you guys. We'll see Jimmy tomorrow on Jammin' with Jimmy.
Yep.
And I'll see you later on my daily vlog.